Holly made a whole Bible study called Mrs. Better Half for married couples who are just married. And the entire premise is when I change me, I change we. What then? Not what them. You think she can fix me? You think she can fix this? This is unfixable. But she can love me. She can accept me. She can be my partner. See, what then? That's what you're always deciding in a relationship. Oh, they cussed me out. What then? How do you want the story to go? When the boys were real little, we went to see this Christian movie one day. And I'm telling you it's a Christian movie because it makes the story even that much more embarrassing for me. And I'm going to put myself out there in hopes that it might help you to find your own story as well, because your story's not over. Your story is not over. Your story is not over. There is a next chapter for your life. There is a next chapter for your life. But the way it goes, the story you tell depends on the then that you live right now. So that's what you don't understand. You're living it in real time. You're not just reading about it at the Red Sea. You're living it in real time. Like when I was pulling out of that movie, the boys were real little too. I reckon Graham was 8, Elijah was 11. But I never forget, that movie was so boring. So I was already in a bad mood because it was a boring movie. And why do the Christian movies have to be boring so often? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like mad at us as the kingdom people of God that we can't make a better movie. I'm backing out the parking space. And the man honked at me because I was backing out too slow. And he goes, "Hey, buddy, we need your spot." "You need my spot?" Well, I rolled down my automatic window. That's what I did then. So he yells, then I rolled down my window. Now, I didn't roll down my window before he yelled. That's what I did in response as a consequence for his action, to set a good example for my boys, that nobody gets to honk at you in a pickup truck without you rolling down the window of your Maxima and letting them know it's not the size of the Maxima, it's the size of the crazy inside of me. And we can get it on right outside. I don't even care if it's the Ballantyne Church parking lot and I just preached. The Christian movie didn't save me that good. I said, "What?" That's what I said. And I could have said some other 4-letter words. Y'all ought to be glad it was what. There were some other 4-letter options circulating at that point in time. I said, "What?" And then he said another 4-letter word back to me. "Now I'm out the car." Now at this point, I know, officer, this is bad. You almost got called to the movie theater this day, officer. I said, "What are we going to do?" Right? Because I really didn't know either. But we're going back and forth. And I'm like trying to intimidate him because I really don't want to fight him. And I'm trying to intimidate him. And I'm not playing any of this out in my head too much. I'm just doing it. And it's a Red Sea of sorts. Okay. A little bit of a downgrade for the miracle. But I'm back and forth with this guy. And all of a sudden, I see Graham right beside me. He has now gotten out of the car and joined his father in this foolishness and this folly. It's a generational curse. And Graham's standing there staring at the guy. And when the guy saw Graham, he kind of sobered up. He's like, "Hey man, you know what? Let's just go our separate ways." I was like, all right then. That's what I thought then. Got back in the car. I said, "Graham, what were you going to do? Why'd you come out the car?" He said, "I was going to see what happened." I said, "Well, what if he wanted to fight? Then what would you do?" He said, "I was going to kick him." And he specified where. And it wasn't the shin bone. And he was 8. Y'all pray for him. He said, "I would kick him." And I said, "Huh." And Elijah was listening and he goes, "The better question is, Dad, what were you going to do?" Voice of reason, right? I'm like, "I don't know, son. The Bible talks about prayer and the laying on of hands. And they are both biblical." I'm misinterpreting the text. See, I do it too, okay? Well, he asked the question, "What were you going to do then?" He said, "Did you even think about that if you got in a fight, we were going to be in the news, the church was going to be in the news because you got in a fight? And then did you ever think about that you might go to jail? And then did you ever think about that we might grow up without a dad?" See, because he's thinking then, watch this, all I'm thinking is this. And it took an 11-year-old for me to be like, Let's go get some Mexican food, boys, and forget that ever happened. Don't tell your mom, I'll buy you queso. Just don't mention this. And now I'm telling you as an example, you see, it's not always gonna be some huge Red Sea moment that you're responding to. It's gonna be not a Red Sea, but a parking lot. Traffic jam. A bill that comes across. Something the doctor saw on your lungs that they weren't planning to see. What then?